Hello, Year 7. Welcome to week 2 and lesson 2 of Spanish of the summer term. And today you're going to be looking at en mi tiempo libre, in my free time and free time activities. And here's the list of the equipment you will need to have with you for this lesson. The exercise book the school gave you, a pen and a ruler to underline, your knowledge organizer for module 5 on class charts. Now this can be opened on a tab on your computer for easy reference. You can also open a tab up for the online dictionary wordreference.com to look up any new words not in your knowledge organizer if you need it. Pause now to get these things ready and then press play again to continue. Remember to email me between 9 AM and 3:30 PM if you have any questions at all about the lesson, or if you would like to send any photos of your work. And there are lots of achievement points up for grabs for this, as well as for the quizzes, for a great quiz which you'll be completing at the end of this lesson. And here is my email address. Okay, Year 7, just a reminder about presentation. Make sure you write your title and your date in Spanish. So the date today is Jueves 30 de Abril and the title En mi tiempo libre, in my free time. So they need to be underlined, and I'd like you to write your objective as well, which is to learn the irregular verbs salir and hacer with free time activities. Pause now to do this. And now for the do now activity. This should take about 5 minutes. Okay, I want you to write to match up, first of all, the time phrases in Spanish on the left with numbers and in English on the right with letters, but I want you to write in full sentences in Spanish and English. So, for example, the first one is todos los días, which is every day, which is E. So I want you to write todos los días equals every day. So do that now and then press pause and play to check your answers. And here are the answers. Please do correct anything you got wrong and pause at the end to check you've got everything spelt correctly with accents in the right place. So todos los días, every day was your example. Dos, los lunes, on Mondays. Tres, una vez por semana, once a week. Cuatro, los fines de semana, at weekends. Y cinco, dos veces a la semana, twice a week. Okay, pause now to check your work. Really well done. Let me know if you got full marks on that. Now I'm going to pass you to Mrs. Clinton, who is going to continue with the lesson, and I will be speaking to you again tomorrow for your lessons. Adios.
Okay, moving on to activity 1, we're going to spend about 10 minutes doing some speaking practice. What I'd like you to do is to complete the sentences with the correct verb. So this is practicing the vocabulary that we learned last lesson to do with free time activities. So where there's a line, you'll need to fill in the blank with the missing verb. For extra support, I've written the verbs in the green box, although they are not in the correct order. So if you need to, please use the green box, but if you can do it without, even better. So for the first example, remember I will read out a time phrase, so a phrase from the left-hand column first here, and then I will read in chronological order one of the free time activities. So for an example, I might say, todos los días al cine. Now, when I pause, you would say, voy. Let's have a go. Los lunes a la playa. Los martes de compras. Los miércoles con mis amigos. Los jueves, mis deberes. Los viernes en bicicleta. Los sábados, música. Los domingos, la televisión. Una vez por semana, por internet. 2 veces por semana, con mi ordenador. So now let's check your answers. Correct anything you got wrong. And once I've said the whole phrase out loud, pause the video and repeat it after me. So, for example, I would say, los lunes voy a la playa. You would pause your video and say, los lunes voy a la playa. Los martes voy de compras. Los miércoles salgo con mis amigos. Los jueves hago mis deberes. Los viernes monto en bicicleta. Los sábados escucho música. Los domingos veo la televisión. Una vez por semana navego por internet. 2 veces por semana juego con mi ordenador. Today we're just going to look at 2 of these irregular verbs. And in a moment, what I'd like you to do is copy down both of the verbs in both the Spanish with the English translation. Let's start off with the verb salir, which means to go out. Now normally, to get my stem, I would cut off my infinitive ending, in which case the IR, and I would get sal. However, this verb is irregular, so to say I go out, there's an extra G that has been added. Salgo, I go out. Sales, you go out. Sale, he, she goes out. Salimos, we go out. Salís, you plural go out. And note the accent there. Salen, they go out. Have a go at saying the verb out loud first, and then write out the verb in full in English and Spanish. Pause the video now. Let's have a look at the second irregular verb, hacer, to do. So that's my infinitive. To get my stem, normally, again, remember I cut off my infinitive ending. In this case, the ER. That would give me the ac. However, again, in the yo form, there's an extra G. Hago, I do. Haces, you do. Hace, he, she does. Hacemos, we do. Hacéis, you plural do. And hacen, they do. Now, have a go at saying the verb out loud by yourself, and then pause the video to copy out the verb in full in both Spanish and English. Off you go. Now, please spend about 5 minutes learning the 2 verbs below using look, cover, write, check. I'd now like you to test yourself on how well you learned those 2 verbs. You need to fill in the gaps below with the correct form of the verb. You do not need to write out the whole sentence, only the missing Spanish verb. For example, number 1, con mis amigos. I'd like you to write, I go out. Therefore, in my book, I would have written number 1, salgo. Pause the video now and have a go at numbers 2 to 8. And if you're feeling really confident, if you do it very quickly, you might also want to have a go at the challenge, which is to translate the sentences into English. Spend about 5 minutes. Pause the video now. Off you go. Please now check your answers and correct anything you got wrong. So salgo con mis amigos. I go out with my friends. Número 2. Hacemos gimnasia. We do gymnastics. Número 3. Hacen atletismo. They do athletics. Número 4. Sale con sus amigos. He goes out with his friends. 5. Hago los deberes. I do homework. 6. Salimos con nuestros amigos. We go out with our friends. 7. Salen con sus amigos. They go out with their friends. 8. Hace esquí. She does skiing. Okay, you're going to now do some reading. I'm going to spend about 10 minutes doing this. So you're going to read the text below and you're going to correct the English translation underneath. There are 7 errors in total, but I'm going to do the first one with you, so you'll need to correct another 6 sentences. You only need to rewrite the sentences which are incorrect. So here's the Spanish text, and here is the English translation below. You'll notice, if we do the first one together, it says, soy una persona muy activa y todos los días me gusta hacer actividades. In the English translation, I wrote, I am a very active person and once a week I like to do activities. Now, hopefully you noticed that todos los días does not mean once a week. Therefore, we know that it means every day. So in your book, you would write number 1, every day I like to do many activities. So you need to find another 6 errors in the English translation and rewrite them correctly into your books. Pause the video now. Okay, we're now going to check your answers and correct anything that you got wrong. The mistakes are highlighted in red and the corrections are in green. Pause the video as much as you would like. We already did the first one together because we said that todos los días does not mean once a week, it means every day. So we said every day I like to do activities. Number 2, in the Spanish it said, por ejemplo, los lunes hago mis deberes. So you should have written number 2, for example, on Mondays I do homework. Number 3, it said, los miércoles monto en bicicleta. So you should have written, on Wednesdays I ride my bike. Number 4, it said, después los jueves escucho música. Didn't say on Tuesdays, it said on Thursdays. So you should have written, afterwards on Thursdays I listen to music. Number 5, it then said, luego los sábados voy de compras. Whereas in the English text it said, then on Sundays I go shopping. That was wrong. You should have written, then on Saturdays I go shopping. Number 6, it said, me gusta mucho ir de compras porque es emocionante. Now, this is a common error. Lots of students think that emocionante means emotional. It actually means exciting. So you should have written, I like to go shopping a lot because it is exciting, for number 6. Number 7, it said, además, una vez por semana voy a la piscina. Whereas in the English it said, furthermore, twice a week I go to the swimming pool. So you should have written, furthermore, once a week I go to the swimming pool. Okay, year 7, you're now going to spend about 10 minutes writing your own paragraph saying what you do on each of the days of the week, just like we saw in the reading activity. So please use the sentence builder below to say what you do every day of the week, and also you might like to include things that you don't do. Off you go. Okay, really well done, year 7, for today's lesson. Thank you very much for all trying so hard. Brilliant work. Keep it up. Remember, you can email your teacher between 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. if you have any questions about the lesson, or if you would like to send them any photos of your brilliant work. There are lots of achievement points to be won. For the last 5 minutes of the lesson, all you need to do now is follow the link below to complete the quizzes. Have fun!